determination is a lot of things. You know, we've touched on determination and like intention and like purpose a lot. You know, and at least for me, determination is very included within motivation. You know,
Absolutely.
but you know, motivation only lasts so long. You have to, while you have that motivation, you have to turn it into discipline, right?
Yes.
And once you develop that discipline, you can kind of look at it as a habit, right? A habit. Once you have a habit, it stays with you until you decide to change that habit, right? And the more you do that habit, if it's a good habit, it becomes natural, right?
Yeah.
And so we could take, for example, going to the gym, right? If you're determined at first and you have that motivation to go to the gym, right, at first, it might be hard for you because that motivation might die off, right?
Yeah.
And then that determination will die off as well, right? Because they go hand in hand, right? And you'll lose effort, you'll lose, I guess you could even say patience with yourself, and you'll start falling back into old habits of what your brain is accustomed to.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And counterpoint to that, sometimes, like, when that motivation dies out, like, it really shows you where your determination lies.
Yeah.
You know, or not, where it stems from.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, like, I'm not motivated, but I'm going. Like, that's a discipline. It's like, what Mike Tyson said it the best. It's like, discipline is doing something you hate and acting like you love it. There's a paraphrase, it's probably not the actual one,
Yeah,
but like, it's that same difference. And
You're good. If you didn't take it, you can.
but it's okay. Right. What are you doing? Fucking Christ, Hayden.
Yeah, dude!
Alright, moving on.
Yes.
Alright,
He's just horny. It's okay.
some of the crystals popped up on
Yeah,
fucking
it's all-
quartz. Anyway, like I was saying, like that motivation can really, like, it's like the diamond in the rough. Like, that determination is, like, the motivation is temporary, but that's the dust on the diamond.
Yeah.
And then you find that gem of determination, where it's
sure.
like, that also really stems from purpose, but it also doesn't necessarily have to. It's such a mentality thing, because, like, but it stems from so many different things. Like, for me, my determination comes from my purpose and, like, my negativity.
Okay.
So, like I know that if I, like, stop where I'm going, like, I'll become pretty much like a shell of my former self, and I'll be, like, consumed by negativity. And it's like, that is kind of like the boost, but it's like, the determination doesn't just come from that. It's like, here I am, here's where I'm going, but nothing is going to stop me. You have to become a juggernaut when it comes to adversity.
Yeah.
And that's the whole deal, where it's like, determination isn't like, you know, just acting like nothing bothers you. Determination is being beaten to shit, but getting up every time.
Yeah, you can't just talk the talk. You gotta, like, you know, you gotta actually do it. You know what I mean?
And it's more than a walk. It's a fucking
but you get what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but it's a war.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like there's another thing I love saying. Like, this is kind of just for me.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, once you realize there is no easy way out, that enlightens me. I'm like, you know, like David Goggins. Not like, because I love to quote him, because he's a source of motivation for me. But also, he's like, the whole deal is like, you have to be comfortable in the uncomfortable, and that's like kind of the essence of determination to a degree, because it's like the whole, like, it's, you have to fucking drive. You have to step on the gas 24/7. You got to make the world work for you.
Yeah.
But you can't. You got to just power through it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't get me wrong. This is like that can very much stem from like toxic masculinity and stuff.
I feel you.
But it's like, determination isn't negating your emotion. Determination is acknowledging your emotion and pursuing against the current.
It's how you're responding to the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Like, a lot of people, like, a whole deal with a lot of people, like guys especially, will be like, I just gotta push it down. You gotta push everything down and keep going forward, which is good to an extent, but like, the whole deal is like you bottle.
You're not keeping it real with yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, you're damaging your authenticity, and also
100%.
like you're kind of
In line with social norms and values, you're letting that get to you.
It's also like you're letting this get in the way of this.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like you gotta push forward, and it's like that's really determination is literally just moving forward.
Yeah.
It's moving on. It's getting past your struggles in the present moment and surpassing them. Like I'm gonna lay down the quotes heavy in this episode because like this is a topic I'm very passionate about. But the whole deal is like another source of wisdom, uncommon from most people. It's anime. Fucking Naruto. There's a Naruto character named Rock Lee, and the whole deal is like he was shit at like ninjutsu. He was shit at like genjutsu, which are different abilities in the show. So he just got good at fighting, and that's he trained every day. He fucking like the whole deal is. His ninja way was to be better than he was yesterday, and that's just a lot. Like that character is such a source of inspiration because he's the epitome of you can come from nothing and make yourself into a fucking warrior.
Gotcha.
And like that's for me going back to my whole connection with the samurai. It's like that's kind of the way. It's like I am to separate myself from my emotion, but also acknowledging it. To have,
it's like kind of like a meditation in a sense.
In a
sense, yeah, not directly. Yeah.
But it's like you need to, if you can become at peace, in when you're in the fire, you can fucking do anything.
Yeah, you gotta, dude. Yeah, I forget what exactly. Are you good? Like, okay. But yeah, I was just sometimes I see this. I follow on Instagram just like different spirituality type of stuff, And
Where it's just like the text.
Yeah, like the text and stuff like that, It's
I actually have one saved that was pretty good, but continue.
Anyways, it says like literally like the exact same thing you said, like the fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rather than running away from the fire, if you can sit in the fire, right? And, like you said, instead of going over it, right? It's still there, right? The rock is still there. You got to go through it, right? And when you go through it, it's no longer there. It becomes a part of you, right? And maybe that pain, that suffering won't be there anymore, but like you've dealt with it, you've handled the issue, and in essence, there are no problems, right? We think there are problems, right? And I don't want to touch like any sensitive topic right here, but in essence, we don't have any problems. We think we have problems, right? Because we set a standard of where we want to be compared to where we actually are, right?
Yeah, it's kind of that poison of
it's
comparison.
It's that gap, right? And that gap is not filled. And since that gap is not filled, at least in our minds, we think there's a problem, right? Mm-hmm. And so, going back to what you're saying, no matter, this is not to discredit any emotions, this is not to suppress any feelings you have, any thoughts, because you're not trying to control, you're simply observing the isness of this moment, right?
Yeah.
You're what is fact in this moment? How am I feeling, right? Because if you can continually get into the habit of suppressing these emotions, these feelings, right? They're going to build up over time, right? And even though you may not feel, you might get really, really good at suppressing emotions, right? In different situations. Eventually, it's going to come back around, right? And to kind of relate this to determination, if you're just like every single time, if you're procrastinating in the moment, like this could be with school, this could be with any type of thing you're striving for, right? If you're constantly like, I'll do it next week, I'll do it the next week after that, right? That doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. You got to do it now, because now is the only time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's just like, obviously, you could be like, okay, I'm maybe I'll do it in a couple days, but at least set a plan, get it scheduled, get it like. Have some type of thing where you're going to do it. Like when I first started this YouTube channel, for example, right? I had a very hard time consistently uploading. Like I would upload maybe like once every week, we'll say, right? Which is not bad. It's pretty good. But I set a schedule, and I was like, okay, Monday and Friday, right? Monday were self-growth videos, Fridays were entertainment videos. And I did that for like, and that's literally what made me so consistent on YouTube. It was organized, it was efficient, it was effective. I was like, okay, I'm going to edit 1 hour a day, and I was determined, right? It became part, and over time, it became a habit, it became normal. But at least set a plan, get it scheduled, get it, like, have some type of thing where you know you're going to do it. Like when I first started this YouTube channel, for example, right? I had a very hard time consistently uploading. Like I would upload maybe like once every week, we'll say, right? Which is not bad. It's pretty good. But I set a schedule, and I was like, okay, Monday and Friday, right? Monday were self-growth videos, Fridays were entertainment videos. And I did that for like, and that's literally what made me so consistent on YouTube. It was organized, it was efficient, it was effective. I was like, okay, I'm going to edit 1 hour a day, and I was determined, right? It became part, and over time, it became a habit, it became normal. And before you know it, I have I think this will be like the 200th video on my channel, right? Of consistently uploading, and it just becomes natural. And you'll have that determination even when you don't have determination, in a sense. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, habit is also like, it's steaming out there. It's fucking 80 degrees, and the air conditioning shit up here, so we're fucking dripping. But low budget production, ladies and gentlemen. But nonetheless, going back to the real shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole deal. Like, you can't bottle up your emotion.
Yeah.
But it's like also, that determination is like, it's so essential to success. But like, it can't come from a place of, let me think of this correctly, but it's like, you can't, I'm trying to think of it, you can't truly embrace the power of the lion when you keep it in the cage of emotion. You know, the determination should be a lion. It should be confidence. It should be determination. It should be the hunt.
Can't be distracted.
But like like the cage of emotion is like, let me just keep all this negativity. Let me keep it in. Let me like, fuck it. Let's like, it's a circus. It really is, because it's like, let's take the lion. Like show him to the people. He's ferocious. Look at him. He can. Look at him eat all this meat. Look at him be ferocious for this moment. But you let that lion out of that cage of emotion. You let that emotion. You acknowledge it, and you open the lion cage. You can run down the gazelle of fucking ambition. Like the hunt will manifest through that release of emotion. And also, let me find this quote. Here we go.
Screenshot though.
Yeah.
Throw it up on screen.
Yeah, fucking. Actually, I'll just send it to you because it's on Instagram. But it's it is our attitude at the beginning of a difficult task, which more than anything else will affect its successful outcome. Like this is a fucking great. This is an absolutely legendary Instagram, and all fucking. It's called Berserked Official, but it's pretty good, and it's just awesome. And like, this is another good one, because I can go through this Instagram for hours and just fucking spew out shit, but it's like, success isn't about being the best, it's about always getting better. Like, we like all follow stuff on social media that like motivates us, and like
your mental diet.
Yeah, exactly.
Exposure.
Yeah, but like it really kind of depends on what you take in, but it's like, it's different, because all of these interests comes from different places.
Yeah.
Like, if you we'll be scrolling through like memes or like hot chicks on Instagram or like,
which we've all been guilty to.
Yeah. Or like just cool art. I'm just describing like my.
Gotcha,
I don't follow that many hot chicks.
No, I agree.
Don't need that distraction.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah.
But like to then again, it's like we have those quotes that like. Sometimes we'll be having a bad day, and I'll look at this, like, look at that one of those quotes, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let me go beat someone's ass. You know, it's like, you know, it's very much a masculine thing where it's just like, it's like not easy, but if you allow your mindset to kind of be open and impressionable, like, it's very easy to get like, for me especially, it's just like, if I see David Goggins running, or like, you know, people doing martial arts, or like those quotes, it'll be like, fuck yeah, let me go beat some ass. You know, it's let me be aggressive, be masculine, let me build a fucking house. You know, it's like, you ride that train of motivation, but it's like, it's purpose, determination, it's mostly determination that will get you through that task, but it's also like passion. Passion's a big deal too, and that's like, the source of determination is like a rainbow. There's a bunch of different colors, but it's all the same light.